Hey crypto YouTubers, this is coinpicker.us with an important video that you'll want to stay all the way to the end because I'm going to reveal another one of my picks for a project that dramatically is likely to outperform. In fact, it's showing that type of property now, and it has a fundamental basis for it. It's not a pump. I don't even own it yet. I'm going to. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. And of course, I'm not giving financial advice. But the big question is there still money to be made? Can we still become phenomenally wealthy in the crypto market? As you know, this gentleman, Magic, is. I love this picture. Here's another one that I also liked. Yeah. Can anybody still make a fortune in the crypto market? And this is really not too far off what a lot of the people who have made a lot of money in the crypto market look like. About that age, maybe tack on 3 or 4 years. But I'm going to answer that today, and I'll tell you right now, the answer is yes. But how you do it becomes different, as opposed to when everybody was doing, and still is doing what they refer to as hotaling. What they're doing is they're treating the market the same way in a down leg as they did in an up leg. That's the problem. It seems so trivial, but when I was telling the people that I am a moderator for and other people on my email list, which let me just take a quick station break here and tell you where to go. Go to coinpicker.us, go there, sign up really quickly, bada bing, bada boom, put your email in there, and you will be on my non-obnoxious email list that gives you an update of my perspective of where the market is going in the near term, along with some projects that are really strong to trend at that point. And it's a relatively easy way to have somebody do all the work for you to find projects that are potentially going to move to the upside no matter what the market does. And I use my custom indicators, which we're about to add a massive one. That's going to be really, really important. Nobody else has these either. But anyway, that's that. I want to get back to whether we can become rich like these two gentlemen here. And the answer is absolutely. In fact, we're really in one of the bigger opportunity portions of the market. It's not the buy and hold portion, though. What we're going to have to do is, and I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about. All right. So we were up roughly around 600 million a little while ago, couple of hours. It might even been a day ago. Let's take a look. Let's take on a daily basis and see where we were. Yeah. That's what I said. A couple of hours ago, we were up at 600 million now, and now we're down at 571. We did go as low as 563. So a pretty big karate chop to the wallet there. Let's take a look at the overall market picture, though, and we'll see something interesting. All right. Lots and lots of red. Lots and lots of red. The vast majority of projects are red. And yet, there are green projects there, some of them significantly. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you've got $1,000 you're investing, okay? Not an unreasonable amount. And $1,000 you're investing in particular coins. Now, what you used to do before, and what many of you are still doing, I want to buy a little bit of red coin because somebody on a video said red coin is going to be hot and they're pumping it. And then I want to buy a little bit of MaidSafe. These aren't actually particularly popular ones, but let's say PivX or Digibyte or I've been a big promoter of Walton. I still am. Binance Coin, Zcash, Steam, whatever it is. I want to buy a little here, a little here, a little there. What you're going to do is you're going to kill your returns. Virtually guaranteed, unless you're really, really, really good. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are that good where all the ones that they're going to pick are going to do very well. What you're doing is you're becoming the market. Now, if we do this and we select the top performers, I don't count anything in the roughly 2% range as a positive move or whatever. It's better than going negative, but that's such a small move, and the errors within reporting of coin market cap could eat up to 2%. So let's say below the 2% mark doesn't really count. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So roughly 13 out of the top 100 have risen. And of those, the double-digit ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the top 100. Whereas roughly 87% have dropped. Same thing holds on the next page, okay? Even though CoinMarketCap doesn't do pages at a time, basically the same numbers hold. You could see the vast majority have dropped. So what I'm encouraging everybody to do is change their strategy. And pretty soon, at the end of this video, if those of you wait to the end and give me a thumbs up and subscribe and all that good news, if you want me to keep presenting analysis that appears to have been very accurate so far. I really have. I mean, anybody who bought the projects that I recommended and went into Ethereum over Bitcoin, you've just crushed the returns on the average person in the market. Crushed them. You've been positive when everyone else was negative. It's just a fact. It's not bragging. It's just what I called, and I don't really recall. I don't know of anybody else that made those moves. But here's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is it's time to be more selective. If you're buying and holding all the different coins, that's great. If that's what you want to do it, I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I'm just saying for me, what I immediately did was as the market shifted in the big picture, it went from, as I said here, it made this big move, and again, those of you who are on my channel or are on my email list knew about it. I said once we got near here, I said we're about to have a waterfall decline. The market is about to shift to a mid-term, meaning not extensive. The market is still going to rise again, but it could be a while. Bitcoin dropped for 2 years solid. If you traded in Bitcoin, you could still make a lot of money. But if you held it, you were losing money for 2 years while there were lots of opportunities. And none of us are guaranteed how long we're going to live, A. B, we don't really know the extent or the length or the duration of a downward market. So I treat it as it's in play until it's not in play. Meaning, and my indicators will give me a good idea when it's shifting around, and I'll usually know. But I treat it as a bear market or a down market for that period of time, and I trade it as such, and I make money as such, and I'm encouraging you to make money by sharing with you how I do it. And what I do is I immediately sift out the speculative projects, the ones that don't have a product, the ones that aren't adding a lot of tremendous value, but they were pumped up or something, the ones that rose the fastest. I begin selling out all those. I might hold a small portion as I've done, like Tron. I sold out at Tron at relatively high. I knew it had gone too far too fast, held on a little portion. Then, this is the key thing, then I select projects, and here's the money quote, right, that are moving counter trend, okay? Meaning on a down day, what's going up? They've got a lower beta. They don't go nearly as far down, but they will probably rise far higher to the high side. That's how I selected the one project that rocketed above to new highs when the entire market was clipped for 30 or 40%. This is part of my reasoning, only part of it. I mean, if you're on my email list, you get a lot more of it, but I just want to share that so that people out there can take advantage of it and you become a trader if you want to be. If you've got the time, the instinct, the ability to analyze the markets, or if you're tied in with somebody like me or somebody else who you trust, maybe, I don't know if you trust me, but who knows what they're doing. That I definitely do. And has the analytical tools and the background and the experience to trade through these markets because it's tough. They're tougher waters. You're going to sit through declines like this. Are you going to know it's time to buy in here, and are you going to have the nerve to do it? My indicators tell me when I have more decline ahead and when to buy, and I share that with my readers on my email list. But the point of it is sift out the weeds from your portfolio, narrowly focus on the top performers. How do you find the top performers? They're moving counter trend. They have lower beta to the downside. That will give them higher beta. Beta is movement, basically. It's defining a range of movement relative to the overall market. Lower beta to the downside, higher beta to the upside. But all you care about for the time being is that it's got lower beta to the downside, or ideally, and this is rare, reverse beta. All the market moves down, it moves up. That's reverse beta. They're rare, but when you find them, watch them. Then analyze whether or not something fishy is going on, that it's been pumped or it's overbought, etc. That's how you decide when or when not to get in. But if it's reverse beta, you automatically know you've got a winner. Let's talk about one, and this, if you've stayed to the end of the video, my compliments to you. You're about to get your reward. Here's one that I've selected. I'm about to buy into. Bam, BlockNet. Why? Let's look. Let us look. Ugh, if I can get my tongue out of my way. Let's look what happened today. Reverse beta, people. Reverse beta. We're down. The entire market's down. Most of the market's down. Check on the projects that are, if we look on a daily basis, we're fairly significantly down. Yet, BlockNet, let me go back and see if I've still got it, is up. Okay? Now, I will I'll strongly suggest that on my analysis, and I think I've got it here, we're up too much for the day. We've spiked too high. We're more than likely going to get a reversal. I'm going to wait for that reversal. Now, I will, in the balance of power indicator, this suggests strongly that there's still upside. So even though it's rocketing higher, there still could be upside. I don't think anybody's going to get trashed by buying now, but the trader will probably wait it out a little bit, not an awful lot, because this is an extreme reading right here. These are fairly, this is not quite extreme, but it's knocking on extreme. This is not at all extreme. This is not at all extreme, but it is reaching a topping point, but it hasn't. It still could run higher. That's on a daily basis. On a weekly basis, I think on a weekly basis it might even be worse. Nope, that's not too extreme. More reasonable. Definitely on the high side, looking for a downward trend slightly. So you could wait a little while if you want to. I'm probably going to buy in fairly quickly. But the point is, this is another winner that will make money, more than likely, in a down market. As some of you may be aware, my portfolio rose double digits while the entire market crashed. I shared what I was doing before I did it on my YouTube channel. I shared it. Actually, I don't know that I did it on a YouTube channel. I might have. I definitely did it to my subscribers. If you go to coinpicker.us, I definitely said, hey, this is what I'm doing. Anybody else want to join me? It's your call, but this is what I'm doing. I'm going into this. It is my single pick of all the projects in the entire market that is going to rise. Now, what are the odds that I got that right? Well, I happen to have calculated it. It's 1 out of 1,465. Those are the odds against me just getting lucky and picking it. It wasn't luck. I was using the same tools I'm sharing here. I actually created a presentation. It's an hour long. I gave you just the top line. I know some of it's hard to enact if you're not all that experienced, but for some of you, it's probably not that hard to enact. So hopefully it helped you. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want me to continue making these videos, and certainly get on my newsletter list. Very shortly, I'm going to be introducing an indicator, another one, that when you have this indicator that nobody else has, it's going to be totally private, you're going to know where the market's going with like 93, 94% certainty. Basically, that's what the indicator is designed to do. And it's something I'm already employing and is helping making my trading so much more accurate. It's kind of crazy, but that's that. And let's make sure all of us can get our own what is that sort of lime green Rolls Royce and can be throwing 20s around. It would be a lot more impressive if those were hundreds, but hey, who can get $100 bills these days? This is coinpicker.us, and I will talk to you tomorrow.